Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati, and let's talk AEW Collision. We started off with my boy, my BCC boy, Bryan Danielson versus Shane Taylor. And I'm not gonna lie, every time I see Shane Taylor or Lee Moriarty, first thing I think is they're going to lose. And unfortunately, that's just the case. Last time we seen them do a promo was a little more than a month ago, and they were kind of recruiting other members to be part of Shane Taylor Productions, and they were like, if you're tired of taking L's, come join us and we'll be like this winning group, whatever the hell he said. I don't know what it was, but he had convinced me, and I was just like, oh, okay, maybe they're going to change things about this group and we're going to see them take some W's. We did not see them win not one match since then, and honestly, I'm not feeling it. However, this was a really great opportunity for Shane Taylor to go against Bryan Danielson in a really great match. I did enjoy both of them here. Wouldn't have mattered to me who would have won, because I would have actually liked to see Shane Taylor take a win here, but that just wasn't the case. We did have Shane, who was, in control in the beginning of the match, and then Bryan Danielson obviously taking a huge focus on Shane Taylor's legs so he can make sure he keep a big boy down, and that ends up working out for him in the end for the win. Now, just when we're all excited about Bryan Danielson taking his millionth win, here comes Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay music hit. He comes out. He's like, bitch, after my match last week, not last week, was that? Well, Dynamite, so not really last week. He was like, well, since I won my match, your ass came out and interrupted my little celebration, so I'm going to do you the favor too. So now we got both of these guys here. Now, we did not have any exchanges between the two of them on Dynamite. However, this time, Will Ospreay was like, it looked like you wanted to say something to me. First things first, Bryan was like, well, welcome to AEW. And then he was talking about, oh, you say you were the best or whatnot. How about you face me and let's see who's the best? And I was just like, oh, I want to see that too. But I was not expecting this like now or anything. Turns out, there's a pay-per-view on April 21st called Dynasty. Another new pay-per-view. Tony Khan, Jesus Christ, what are you smoking? Anyway, they're definitely going to end up mini-banning that pay-per-view. Once Bryan Danielson said he wants to wrestle him at the pay-per-view, here comes our boy Will Ospreay said, yes, bruv, we gonna fight. So now we got these two guys going against each other at the pay-per-view. It's just hearing Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson, anybody's going to want to see that. However, I like to see a little story play out of this. We have more than a month for them to make a little something out of these two guys getting into the ring with each other. Tony Khan, the least you can do is give us somewhat of a story. We never get stories. Up next, we had trios action. We had Liam Gray, Adrian Olanis, and John Cruz, my boy John Cruz, versus the Elite. So Okada's first match as an Elite against jobbers, sure, whatever. He doesn't even bother to tag his partners in. He just takes this one all on his own, and he ends up hitting that Rainmaker for the win. It is what it is. Just when they was about to start celebrating their win, their little victory, here comes Eddie Kingston with no laces on his boots for whatever reason once again, who could barely run into the ring because he's tripping all over himself. Now, he's getting beat up by the Elite, and then he gets a little help by Penta. Penta comes in there. Penta looking so good. The mask on point, the fit is on point. He's always looking great. Comes in there, help Eddie Kingston, but then again, he's getting his ass whooped too. Then I was like, oh, Ray FedEx is about to come out. And I was like, wait a minute, Ray is injured. So who's going to help them? And then, boom, it's the bastard Pac. He comes out and he is coming in there. He is fighting everybody in the ring. Well, obviously not Penta and Eddie, but he's fighting the Elite and he's looking good. And then they tease the fuck out of us with having Pac and Okada. I was just like, oh my God, they are staring each other down. Pac is way over here. Okada's way over here because Okada apparently is 6'3". I didn't know that. But, Pac is so much shorter. He's actually looking up as he trying to look into the eyes of Okada. And I'm just like, holy shit, I got my panties in a bunch. I want to see these two go at it. But then the Young Bucks, they end up dragging Okada out the ring. And I'm just like, oh my God, you just ruined my fantasy. And then Pat gets on the mic and he let everybody know that the Bastard's back. And I'm just so freaking hyped and just loving this moment. And then Eddie gonna go take the microphone and say whatever he said. I'm just like, well, why did he just ruin this moment? Everybody was chanting, holy shit, when we had Pat and Okada facing each other. And I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody wants to see this. We're still in that moment after they had a couple of exchanges with each other. And then here comes just Eddie Kingston just getting on the mic. Like, bro, no, we didn't want to hear anything from you. But oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. I'm guessing we're going to get trios action with, you know, those three versus those three. You know what? Shut up. Take my money. Take all of my money. Up next, we have Mariah May versus my girl, Trish Adora. And I knew this wasn't going to be good. Not good for Trish. Unfortunately, she's been on a losing streak for months now. I don't know why, but she's very talented. And I enjoy her in the ring. And for whatever reason, it's just like every time you see her, you just know she's going to take the L. Not feeling it. She has a decent match with Mariah May. And like I said, sometimes the predictability can kill the mood of a match because you already know what's going to happen here. But I'm going to tell you what else was a bigger mood killer for me too, is that Mariah May once again comes out as Toni Storm. She's wearing the gear, she comes out to the music and everything. And I was like, boo, that was cute on Sunday. It's not cute anymore. And I'm just looking at the situation and I'm just thinking, okay, I don't necessarily like what they're doing with Mariah May. She has her match. This is like maybe her 4th or 5th match in AEW so far. None of them has been memorable at this point, and that's no shade to her. It's just that I don't like the way that they've been booking her. Now, after she takes the win, Toni Storm comes out to do her Tony Awards. Tony with an I, so they don't get sued. And basically is the award is for the person who best portrays Toni Storm. The only nominee was Mariah May, so Mariah May gets a fucking award. Now, the award is actually Toni Storm's shoe. It's all silly or whatever, but she goes to go get the award from her, and then Deonna comes from behind and attacks the girls, but they end up attacking her, and then they take the shoe that's supposed to be the award, put it on Deonna's stomach, while Toni Storm puts the shoe on her foot. And I'm just like, what is this? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, this really, I didn't care for it, but I do enjoy seeing Toni Storm. She makes me laugh. Mariah May, too early in her career in AEW to be impersonating or just playing as anyone other than herself. I understand she's playing this character who wants to get Toni Storm's stamp of approval. However, she has not been around long enough for anybody to truly understand who she is. And even if you knew her in Stardom, that's not the point. She's in a new company now where most people who did not know anything about her needs to try to figure this girl out and don't want her to get lost in trying to be someone else when she should be herself. Try to win somebody over as herself, not winning the people over as Toni Storm. Don't really care for it. They need to fix this, and I hope this is the last time we see her dressing up as Toni Storm. Up next, we had Nick Wayne versus Adam Priest. Now, we did have Nick Wayne come out with the entire group, Mama Wayne, Stepdaddy Christian, and Kill Switch. This was, okay, it wasn't a total squash, but you already knew what was going to happen. We knew that he was going to end up taking this win here. Nothing really out of the ordinary when it came to this. We did have Kill Switch ringside being intimidating. Unfortunately, Christian was not on commentary, which is what I was hoping for, but we didn't get that. He's ringside watching Nick Wayne heckling at the crowd or whatever, the usual. Now, I actually did think that this was a good opportunity for us to see Nick Wayne because we don't really get a chance to see him in singles competition, and it would be nice to see him in longer matches in the future. We'll see where that goes. Now, he ends up taking the win with the Wayne's World, which is just a cutter, and honestly, I don't really look at a cutter as a finisher anymore. It's just like everybody and their mama does it. Who cares about a cutter now? Now, he wins, and Christian is still arguing with people in the audience or whatever. And then one of the persons that were in the audience, he snatches up their signs and tears it up. And that person ends up getting out from the crowd to go fight him. And I'm just like, okay, this is a wrestler. This is not just some regular fan. And that person has a mask on, a gold mask on. And I should have seen this from the very beginning, that gold mask would have been Adam Copeland. It just didn't register right away. You guys know Edge and Christian was part of the Los Conquistadors, and they had the gold mask. So that right there should have been a dead giveaway. And obviously, he takes off the mask, and it is Adam Copeland. Obviously, Christian is running or whatever. Adam goes under the ring and gets this big-ass toolbox, and he puts it in the ring, and he's opening it up. Christian was about to get in the ring, and then he opens up the box so Christian can see. Christian sees what's in that box. We can't see it from where we're at, but Christian looked like he don't see a fucking ghost, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna see you on Dynamite for the TNT title, whenever that's gonna be in a couple of weeks. And he ends up retreating with the patriarchy. And I don't know what was in there. They don't show us. But the box had the word Spike on it. I don't know if that really means anything, but that just made me think, okay, maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe that's a hint. Maybe it's nothing at all. I don't know. Don't know what's in the box. Very interesting. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out when they do end up having that match. I think in Toronto, I want to say, in a few weeks. So we'll see what it is. It was a cool little moment. And holy moly, Adam Copeland. I don't know where you've been the past few weeks, but if you've been at the gym, it is showing. Those abs are just there. Every abs got their own zip code. I'm telling you, he looks amazing. 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 Up next, we had Tony Schiavone in the ring. FTR comes out, and Lord have mercy, you guys already know, FTR on the mic is just not a treat. Not a treat ever. Long story short, they want to go into the tag tournament, and these bitches talking about they're going to be the first 3-time AEW tag champions. And I'm just like, please no, I don't want to see that. I'm not going to argue with y'all. FTR is definitely one of the best. However, there's no point of us seeing the same old people winning every fucking time. This tournament needs to give us a tag team champion we've never had before. That's what I want to see. I want to see other people getting opportunities to be big in this company. I don't want to see FTR or the Young Bucks winning these titles. Moving along, they already made a little thing about how it's going to be them possibly winning the whole damn thing. Then the infantry come out, and I'm so happy to see them. Those are my boys, okay? They are so great. Sean Dean, who is one of the members, he's one of the trainers in AEW, so he trains the wrestlers there. However, he's looking for tag gold too. They've been working real hard in Ring of Honor as a tag team, and since the Undisputed Kingdom can't keep their asses in Ring of Honor lately, now they have to come over to AEW and look for some tag team gold, and that right there is okay with me. They're obviously letting people know that they're going to be in that tournament too, and that they're going to win, and I actually would not mind seeing them win. I want to see anyone else but FTR win. And yeah, you know what, Tony Khan, give us something new. Surprise us. Give us something that's not predictable. Want to see everybody on that roster start getting a little something out of their careers in this company. It's been 5 years now, and it's always the same people on top. I don't want to see that shit anymore. You guys know I can't stand Chris Jericho, but Chris Jericho has a match with Teton from CMLL, and it actually wasn't bad. I actually didn't mind this at all. I just cannot look at Chris Jericho right now. I'm absolutely over him. He does take a win with a Lion Tamer, and actually it was kind of cool because Teton goes like for a Hurricanrana, and then Chris Jericho counters it into the Lion Tamer. The way it happened, it was really nice, and I actually liked it. But I don't want to compliment Chris Jericho, so let's move on. After the match, we do have Toa Liona, Bishop Khan. They come out and attack Chris Jericho, and then Hook comes out with a kendo stick. Well, I think he came out with a kendo stick, whatever, but he ends up having a kendo stick, and he goes to attack Bishop Khan and Toa Liona. And then they announced later on that we're going to be getting a match on Wednesday with Hook and Chris Jericho as a tag team of all things versus Toa Liona and Bishop Khan. I already see where this is going. Do you guys actually see Bishop Khan and Toa Liona winning this shit? I don't. I really don't. Once again, we're in a situation where Chris Jericho is surrounding himself by young talent, and he's not going to do them no favors at all. I don't like it. I don't care for it. And then Hook and Chris Jericho as a tag team. You know what? That's laughable. Up next, we do have Mystico versus Angelico. In my opinion, I feel like I didn't see much of it. Picture in picture once again, picture in picture striking every single time. And I think that it took a really big chunk out of that match. And it's really hard to focus when you sitting here watching a KFC picture of pizza on a damn chicken. And I'm just like, holy shit, well, what is this? You know, and it's really hard to focus when the picture is this small. So it's really hard to tell what's going on. And I actually was looking forward to that match. But like I said, most of it just felt like it's just during a commercial, which doesn't do any favors. However, Mystico does end up taking this win, which is huge because the CMLL guys have only 2 wins out of all the matches that they've been having in AEW. This is the 3rd match where one of them have taken a win. So I kind of felt like that was predictable to begin with. But Angelico has improved so much in these past few months. So if you guys have not seen anything from him before, or you remember him as just as a jobber, watch Ring of Honor these past few months. He's been doing so well in the ring, even had a world title match against Eddie Kingston. And that right there was a really great match for him. Now, I just feel like you just didn't get a chance to see the best of him in this match, but it was decent from what I saw out of picture in picture. Now, let's talk about this main event. All right, so we have Jeff Jarrett teaming up with Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal versus the House of Black. Now, there's no funny business starting off in this match. So it's just the 6 of them out there and they getting on and popping immediately. Now, we have like tables and chairs and, you know, little things like that around the ring. This is supposed to be a street fight, so whatever they can find, they can use in the match. Even if somebody wants to interfere, that's okay too. Now, we already know that the real beef here is for Mark Briscoe with the House of Black, and obviously he recruited some help with Jay Lethal, and Jay Lethal was like, hey, my dog Jeff Jarrett can help us out too. And Mark wasn't really feeling it, but he can get the help from whoever it is that can help him. And I can actually think of a million other people that would have helped Mark Briscoe before Jeff Jarrett. But whatever, the match is on. And so far, it's okay to begin with. Obviously, picture in picture during the main event, which is such a criminal thing to do, Tony Khan. Cannot believe we're having commercials during a main event. But anyway, we do come back from the commercials and we do have them setting up a table, trying to get that shit lit up on fire. And while they're trying to get the table lit up with some flames, Sanjay comes out and he brings a guitar. Now, Buddy Matthews is like, you know what? I'm going to take care of the trash. And he goes to go take care of Sanjay. While he's going to take care of Sanjay, here comes Julia Hart with a gas tank. And she and Buddy, they ended up holding him down while they pour it on him. And they are threatening to light him on fire. But then here comes Karen Jarrett, of all people. I cannot stand her. She comes and gives Buddy a low blow. And Buddy is brought down to his knee. And then here we have Sanjay, who actually throws Buddy off the stage onto a table, which is wild if you ask me. But then we have Julia, who spits the mist into Julia's face, which I absolutely enjoyed. Now, Julia is fucking tired of all of this, so she makes her way down to the ring. She want to see somebody get their ass burned tonight. So she's helping the boys get that table lit up on fire so they can put Mark Briscoe through, which they actually end up doing. They put Mark Briscoe through the table and while he's on fire, and then they immediately pick him up, obviously, so he doesn't die or anything. And they bring him in the ring, and Malachi pins him 1, 2, 3 for the win. If you ask me, it was a little bit crazy, and to be honest, I can see Mark Briscoe while they're planning the match say, hey, it's okay, you can put me through the burning table, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? This is a Briscoe we're talking about here. But I have to look at it this way, you guys. All 6 of these guys are better than a match like this. Like, they all should be at different points of their career where this is just not the case for them to be having this type of match. Mark Briscoe has been in AEW for a little more than a year now and had nothing really much have come from it. If he wasn't injured and faced Claudio Castagnoli, he would have won that world title, I think. I really do think he would have won it. them not even getting to Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal was one of those people that I was so excited to see sign in AEW, and he haven't done shit. He's been with Jeff Jarrett and them, and they're not doing anything. Jeff Jarrett has brought over his wife to the damn company. She adds no value, at least in the ring or anywhere around the ring. So I don't even know why she's there either. And then House of Black. They should be the most menacing group in pro wrestling period right now. However, Tony Khan doesn't give them a story. There is nothing really that you can say about the House of Black without seeing them. So all I can do is just go based off of what I see them do in the ring and, you know, how they look, which they look amazing. Those guys just look so freaking amazing. They have some new gear tonight too, and they look awesome. However, there's no backstory to them. Why are they the way that they are? Why are they together? What can we put together about them as a group to tell a really interesting story about these guys? And there's nothing. And if you ask me, they should be holding the trios titles, because the Acclaim and Daddy Ass ain't doing a damn thing with them. And I just feel like, as far as these six guys that were in this match, we have not seen the best for them in AEW, and it's really sad to me. And I just wish that they've had a better career so far, all of them in AEW at this point. The match wasn't bad, but when I look at it, I'm just like, all these guys should be somewhere way better in their career in AEW. And for whatever reason, Tony Khan is just not thinking outside the box when it comes for a majority of this roster. This was a Collision show, but it didn't feel like what you normally get with Collision. This was like a 15-minute main event. Usually Collision is like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that with their main events. And this just felt a little bit different. And like I said, the predictability usually kills it. I actually felt like the House of Black was going to win this match anyway, because Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett been having issues, but that didn't really seem to be a problem in this match. But either way, House of Black takes the win. Where does the story goes? Who the hell knows? Tony Khan, get creative. I'm bored. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. We'll be back Tuesday for Dark Side of the Ring review, and then another watch along for Dynamite next Wednesday. So come see your girl then.